When I'm happy the horses are going well, happy in their work, confident, ready for the next homes, I sell them all privately. I kind of like to know where they're going and that they're going to suit the specific rider, both in terms of their temperament and then I suppose that the horse is going to match the rider's expectations in terms of what level in the sport that they want to achieve. My name is Ciara Kinsella. I breed and produce Irish sport horses here at Tykillen Farm in County Wexford. The horses are aimed at the eventing market. We don't keep a huge number of horses here. We aim to breed maybe 3 foals every year. We actually retain all the foals and I produce them up to 4 to 6 years of age. I suppose in terms of stallion choices, I have a fairly simple approach. I pick something that I think is going to suit the mare and something that I like. I'm not going to sales with the foals, so it means that I'm not under pressure to use commercial big name stallions. So we had 3 foals on the farm this year, all colts. We had 2 by Stargus VDL and then a 3rd by Ultmarrow. We have 3 mares scanned back in full for 2027. They are in foal to Vintage 1, Paradiso VDL and Livello. I've had a few by Livello, really like them, so sometimes if I've had ones that I liked before, I'll go back to the same stallion again. Grew up here on a farm with sheep. Lambing was always my favourite time of the year. I started going for riding lessons when I was 8 at a local riding school then in Carclough, County Wexford. Started getting lessons from David Richard down there and I'm still going to lessons with him now 20 years later. After plenty of persuasion on my behalf, my parents bought my first pony when I was 9, which was a 3-year-old pony. And I did all sorts with her, lots of pony club and then a lot of show jumping, got into show jumping and actually managed to produce her up to grade A level. So when I outgrew ponies, it was time to get at my first horse. So again, we bought another 3-year-old. It was a Master Imp Clover Hill gelding and again produced him, mainly show jumping that I did with him. I had a brilliant time with him. He jumped twice in Dublin Horse Show in the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old classes and did a huge amount of kind of 130, 135 classes and did jump him up to Grand Prix level, but 130 was really where he was at his best. Having had plenty of success with the first Master Imp horse we bought, we decided we'd go out and maybe try and buy another one. So we bought another Master Imp, this time a mare. She was called Slaney Imperial Cavalier. More the eventing route with this lady, she was a real blood type. She qualified for Dublin as a 4-year-old in a young event horse series and although we didn't have luck on that occasion in the main arena, I certainly learned plenty from it. And then the following year, 2007, I actually started into veterinary in UCD, so that meant I didn't have that much time to ride and compete her, so we decided we'd put her in foal. First stallion we bred her to was Livello and we had a beautiful filly from her. And I actually produced that filly then myself and she ended up back in Dublin Horse Show as a 5-year-old, this time in the show jumping classes. I did a Breeders' Classic with her then after that and she was placed in that and then she was sold over to Dara and Sarah Kearns in the USA and had a brilliant career show jumping in America. So I suppose from those first 2 I bred, the pony and the horse, the both went very well. It kind of gave us a taste for it and we knew we could do it, so we kept going from there. A couple of years later we unfortunately lost Slaney Imperial Cavalier to colic. So at that point I kind of got a taste for breeding and decided we'd go out and buy a couple of mares specifically to breed from. So I bought 2 more Master Imp mares, Master Imp Clover Hill and a Master Imp Lawton's Flight, specifically as brood mares. Started breeding from them and thankfully I've had lots of success with it. We have about 50 ewes which we lamb down in February, March. They are great to run with the horses. They help with the grass quality and they also help with worm control. We have about 15 acres planted in forestry and then my husband Liam is into the bees. So he keeps about 20 hives on the farm. We produce honey from these hives and a range of beeswax products. We sell these locally and via our online shop. I suppose Christmas would definitely be the busiest time of year. My mother Frances is also actively involved on the farm. We do a lot of tractor work and then the other place that I suppose she is a big help to us will be in terms of childcare. I have 2 boys, they're aged 9 and 7. So my mum would be a big help now in terms of looking after them and allowing me to pursue my interest in horses and go off to horse shows. I have two horses in work currently. The first is a horse called Tykillen Dig Deep. He's by Dignified out of Master Imp Mare. He is very talented, athletic type, but is a bit quirky, to put it mildly. So he's just been taking quite a bit of time. I have been doing a bit of show jumping with him. He's going really well. I decided I wouldn't aim him at Dublin this year, as he just wouldn't have the right mentality for it. The atmosphere would be too much for him. To me, Dancer has everything you'd want in a modern event horse. She has beautiful paces. She's big, she's about 17.1, but beautifully balanced for such a big horse. Great range of stride, super temperament. She is so trainable and really enjoys her work, and plenty of scope, really good technique over fence and cross country. Then she is incredibly brave. She loves it. She is by You Dancer Hero, and then the dam is by Tykillen Dancer out of a Big Sink Hope mare. There's actually a funny enough story to how I bought that mare. I'd be kind of a little bit addicted to maybe having the old scroll on Dundee. So one evening we were on Dundee and came across this mare. It's just a really nice type, and she was very well related. She had a half brother that was competing at 5-star level with Oliver Townend called Ridder Dorka, and then was also half sister to 3 stars. So I messaged and then rang up about her, and it turned out that it was a second cousin of mine that actually owned her at the time. He was cutting down on his numbers, so we bought her, bred her to You Dancer Hero. Dancer is the first filly that we bred from her, and she's been going very well. We also have a half brother to Dancer. He is by Castlefield Contargus, but we did unfortunately lose the mare then after that. Dancer did a couple of the stepping stones early on this year and did quite well, and then I decided I would aim her at Dublin. She actually won 2 of the Dublin qualifiers, and then she also won the overall Young Event Horse Series League. She's been doing well. I work part-time as a vet in Bora Valley. I have sound bosses there in Simon Fahy and Justin Brown, who are always good for a bit of horse advice, and also quite good to let me switch my days, take time off to go off to the various events through the year. I work with a great group of people, and we have some really nice clients. Although I do small animal work at the clinic, I do all my repro work with the mares at home. It's very convenient to be able to do them, but it does mean that there's no one to blame when things aren't going to plan. To challenge myself this year, I decided that I would try to do embryo transfer. So Dancer is a mare that I'm bringing to Dublin. As I mentioned, she's the only filly that we had from her dam. So I thought it would be really nice if, alongside her competitive career this year, I could breed a foal from her, ideally a filly, to retain then for breeding. The embryo transfer process is fairly straightforward and non-invasive. It involves inseminating the mare, and then 7 days later you attempt to flush the embryo from her uterus and then transfer it into a recipient mare that has been synchronized so that she's at the same stage of her reproductive cycle. Unfortunately, we didn't have any luck when we tried this year with Dancer. We didn't get any embryo in our flush, which was disappointing, but she's out on a break now for the next few weeks, so we'll hopefully try again. In 2022, I competed with Tykillan Jazz. She was a mare by Arrestorus out of Master Imp. And then in 2024, I was back with her half brother, Tykillen Tango. Tango competed in the 5-year-old young event horse class at Dublin. He finished up 4th in the final, and after the show, he was sold to American 5-star rider Hallie Coon. She competed him last year as a 6-year-old and finished up the year in the World Eventing Championships in Milan, and she actually finished up 3rd in the 6-year-old class. I went over to watch her, and it was an extremely proud moment to be there to watch him come 3rd against all the best horses in the world. That year I also competed Tykillen Shindig in Dublin. She was a 5-year-old, but actually competed in the 4-year-old section as she had bred a foal. She also went really well at Dublin. She actually was a reserve champion that year. I kept Shindig through her 6-year-old year and competed her up to 2-star level. She was placed in Lisgarvan International last year. Then at the end of the year, she was sold to another 5-star event rider, this time Kirsty Shabir, who's based in the UK. Again, she's going super for Kersey this year. They've already done a couple of internationals together, and with any luck, hopefully I'll see them both over in the World Eventing Championships again this year. I have Shindig's foal here. She's a 3-year-old this year. She's a filly by Tyson. I've just started into the backing process with her. Really like her, so I've actually put her in foal now as well. She's in foal to Lavello for next year. Huge amount of time and effort goes into breeding and producing the young event horses. There can be a lot of up and downs along the way, but definitely it's hugely rewarding when it all works out.